Now it's time to break it.
We're back with another top 10 episode of the SplitScreeners podcast. We are your hosts, Gavin, Zach, I'm Nick, this is Aaron.
Hello.
In this week's episode, we're doing our top 10 directors of all time. What? Sorry.
Shit.
And we wanted it to be a surprise for you since you were the movie guy.
Well, we're off the top since starting off this list.
What's he directed?
Nothing. I did top 10 actors.
Before we start, I want to give a shout out to a director that I know didn't make any of our lists.
No.
But he should.
If you say Tyler Perry.
No.
Okay.
Tom Hooper.
I agree.
He directed The King's Speech. Have you seen the movie?
Yeah,
it's a great movie. Les Mis. Fantastic movie. And then, of course, he directed Cats.
Yes.
He didn't make my list only because I felt like that was... It's too OP for the rest of the actors on this list.
I mean, if you've only made one truly amazing movie,
you
that
can't
blows everything else away.
What are these people I call
Is it
friends?
a fluke? Or can he do it again with Cats too?
We'll see. Hopefully, we'll see.
Hopefully.
You guys make my life misery.
But we are going to get into our top 10 directors. If you enjoyed this episode, please like, comment, and subscribe. We're going to start this off, and we're going to start with Aaron this episode.
Oh, I'm going to go number 10, Tim Burton. Can I get a Tim Burton?
Oh, Beetlejuice does them, Beetlejuice.
And I wish you wouldn't have started with me because I was going to change my order, but
You got fucked.
I got fucked.
And
Right at number
Charlie in the
10.
Chocolate Factory.
Oh, yeah, never mind. Number 11. Get him off here. Yeah, maybe I should get him off my list. Nightmare Before Christmas, really love. Edward Scissorhands.
2 really good Batman movies.
2 really good Batman movies. So he hit 4 for me at least.
Sweeney Todd, Corpse Bride, Sleepy Hollow, Mars Attacks. He actually didn't direct Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh, really?
I think he did the art.
He did the story?
He did the story for it, but he did not direct.
Well, fudge.
It is still Tim Burton's.
But he did do a lot of great
And
movies.
Beetlejuice.
And Beetlejuice, of course.
Oh, that wins it for me.
Sweeney Todd, Corpse Bride, Sleepy Hollow, Mars Attacks,
Maybe he should be higher on my list.
Batman
now.
Returns, Edward Scissorhands, Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
Those were the 8 that I had.
Who's next here? Are you next?
Yeah, we'll go in reverse order this time.
Okay.
We'll really throw it
You know,
up.
I'm not even changing my order. It's all out of whack.
Or are you thinking? I don't know.
Number 10 for me,
It's fucked.
John Hughes. Woo! Had to make my list. Some of the movies that I put down that he's done: Uncle Buck, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Weird Science, The Breakfast Club, and 16 Candles.
Great movies.
I thought that he did more of those, like, 16 Candles size movies, like Never Been Kissed. I thought that was John Hughes. I guess not. Great director, though, especially in the 80s. A lot of these movies I still watch to this day.
Yeah.
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles might be my favorite Steve Martin movie of all
There's
time.
been a Spielberg target that I've been eyeing for a couple weeks now.
For Breakfast Club?
No, Planes, Trains,
Oh.
and Automobiles.
Both are good
And
choices.
then Breakfast Club, one of my favorite 80s movies of all time. So, had to make my top 10.
Yeah.
Gavin, number 10.
Number 10, the Coen brothers. The Big Lebowski, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Others.
Others. Yeah, a lot of others.
A lot of others, but those are the ones that really got my attention. And Nick?
Number 10, Zach.
Number 10, me, James Cameron. He directed the first 2 Terminator movies, the very overhyped Avatar film, and a few other movies that I do enjoy, like Titanic, which is not an overhyped movie, but I still enjoy the hell out of it.
James Cameron does what James Cameron does.
Not for James Cameron. James Cameron does what James Cameron does forever.
Yeah.
Number 9, Aaron.
Number 9 is Joel Coen.
Joel Coen.
Oh, wait, no, I actually fucked up. I moved them around, god dang it.
No, it's not. Too late now.
Whatever.
You're in my boat now. Welcome to the world of a fucked up order.
Yeah, it's fine.
Trying to guess what their
Yeah,
real
the
order was.
Coen brothers are great.
Yeah.
Big Lebowski is
A lot of
amazing.
great films.
Almost made my list for Oh Brother, Where Art Thou. I do love that movie.
Great
Just had to cut him off. Number 9 for me, Stephen Brill. I really went into depth, so I looked up a top 100 directors of all time list on IMDb, looked up all the movies those top 100 directors did, and then I went through movies on Plex, and I pulled up some movies on Plex to see if I could get some directors on there. Stephen Brill, some of the movies that he's directed that I love: Heavyweights, Little Nicky, Mr. Deeds, and Without a Paddle. All 4 great movies. Great comedy director. Heavyweights will be on an upcoming movie Bookie. For those of you that are paying attention to that series.
Oh, yeah.
Number 9, Gavin.
Fuck it. George Miller. He's known for Happy Feet. Well, for me, anyways. I fucking love that movie. He also has made other movies.
But that's the one that...
He also made the Mad Max movies, like both the new ones and the old ones. Babe.
In the Big City.
In the Big City. Pig in the City, yeah. Both Babe and Babe and the Pig in the City.
Babe and the Pig in the City.
Babe and the Pig in the City.
Right. What city? City with the Pig.
The City with the Pig.
He directed Return of the Jedi, apparently, or something.
Something.
Scratch that. That's not right.
Yeah, that does not seem right. What are you saying, IMDb?
I think your list lied to you. He didn't even direct Happy Feet.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, I know he did the Mad Max movies.
He did do Happy Feet.
You have to go on IMDb. Because you have to look it up by directorial credits. Because he probably had like a writing credit or something for Star Wars. Or...
Probably.
Alright, I'll look it up. George Miller, bitch. Oh, right, the picture is part of his...
Moving on.
Yeah, continue.
Number 8, Zach. Number 9, Zach.
Number 10,
We fucked up our whole thing here.
You guys aren't going to agree with me. He's not going to be on your list, but I don't give a crap because I liked every movie that I've watched of his, and that's going to be Zack Snyder. Now, the original version of Justice League doesn't count because Josh Whedon had his handprints all over along with the studio.
Counts.
It still counts.
I'm counting Zack Snyder's Justice League in that one, but movies like Sucker Punch, 300... Man of Steel, they're all stylistic and they all look like oil paintings. There's certain scenes you can pause and it looks like an oil painting. They're beautiful. He's got a certain style to his direction, a lot of slow motion, a lot of oversaturated colors. Just beautiful. I love his style.
Number 8, Aaron.
Ridley Scott. Alien, Gladiator, Blade Runner.
Ripley.
Ridley.
He's a good director. Come on.
He is a good director.
Good movies.
I don't really like his current Alien movies. Prometheus was good, but Covenant I did not like.
Yeah.
Prometheus I liked a lot more.
Don't get me wrong. I like that whole universe made, but I kind of wish he'd make, like for Prometheus and stuff, he just made like a new...
I mean, with Alien, Alien was phenomenal. James Cameron did a better job in the sequel.
That's one I forgot. Aliens 2 is my favorite.
Yeah, that's
Aliens.
the best Alien movie.
Yeah.
Aliens. Phenomenal. But Ridley Scott started that franchise, so give it to him.
Number 8 for me is Jon Favreau. Directed Iron Man 1 and 2. Which I absolutely love. Iron Man 1, probably my favorite, or top 1 to 2 MCU movies of all time. He also directed the live-action Lion King, which I thoroughly enjoyed, and the live-action Jungle Book. I love both of those. He also directed Elf, which is a fantastic Christmas movie. Yeah,
put him on my list.
Number
That's great.
8, Gavin.
Robert Zemeckis.
Nice.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Yep.
Other shit.
Others. Should probably look these up while we're on the table.
I wrote down one for some of these.
Okay.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit? That's why he's on the 8th spot.
Yeah.
Simply for that
Great
movie.
movie.
So, well, I don't care.
Have you seen that movie, Zach?
Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Yeah.
A very long time ago.
Great movie.
It's such a good movie.
Yeah.
That'd be a good,
That
good
would be a
movie.
good one. Haven't seen it in forever.
Number 8.
Oh, and Back to the Future. He directed Back to the Future.
All 3 of them.
Number
First
8
order.
for me would have to be the Russo brothers. A
And
lot of
Forrest
the
Gump.
Marvel movies that they've been at the helm of have been my favorite, especially Winter Soldier. I know it's one you guys don't really care for as much, but I really like that.
Yeah, name 12 movies.
It turned around the character of Captain America for me. Until that point, he was my least favorite Avenger in those films, and kind of turned it around for me. They've also done a movie, what was it called, 21 Bridges, which is a crime drama that's really good. I don't think it really scored very high in the box office, but The guy who played Chadwick Boseman is the main actor in that
Oh, I remember.
movie.
Yeah.
It's about dirty cops and stuff like that.
As far as other Marvel projects they were the ones that did Civil War.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, they did the last two Avengers movies.
What'd you say?
I said it. Civil War is overrated.
Didn't they do?
It's not even that highly rated.
Winter Soldier, Civil
I think
War,
it's a good movie.
Infinity War, and Endgame.
Yep.
Are the 4 projects for MCU that they've been attached to. Number 7, Aaron.
Sam Raimi. Raimi.
I almost went on my
Raimi or
list.
Raimi?
We've got Spider-Man. Spider-Man 2, unfortunately, he did not direct the best Spider-Man.
Spider-Man 3? He directed that.
Yeah, he
Did he?
directed the whole trilogy.
He did the trilogy? Oh, okay, cool. Then, yeah. Perfect.
He almost didn't do 3.
Perfect director, then.
And
And he
back,
did
right?
Evil Dead 1,
For
2, and 3.
Doctor Strange, too.
Yeah, he'll be the director for Multiverse of Madness, which I can
Yeah.
already say is going to be great.
Yeah, that'll up his ranking. But between the Spider-Man and Evil Dead and Army of Darkness,
Yeah.
that right there, great director. He's done a few other horror movies like Drag Me to Hell, some other stuff, but not as good.
Number 7, we've already talked about with yours. Tim Burton. Main thing with Tim.
Same.
Hey!
Hey-o.
Biggest thing for Tim Burton for me is I just love his art style.
Yeah.
Even in the movies that he didn't direct, like we talked about Nightmare Before Christmas, you can see that heavy Tim Burton presence. And it's beautiful the way it's done. And
Quintessential emo movies.
yeah. Corpse Bride is another one. Frankenweenie, I know, is done in his art style.
Corpse Bride makes me feel weird.
Coraline is another one that's done in his art style. Number 7, Galen.
Taika Waititi. He made Thor Ragnarok,
Yep.
Jojo Rabbit,
Such a good movie.
and
I still need to see Jojo.
That's on my potential list.
and Jojo Rabbit.
It looked phenomenal.
Okay, I love the movie. It starts off on like a kind of like a whimsical note because it's kind of like from a kid's point of view, and as the kid living in Nazi Germany, and as the kid like is realizing all the fucked up shit that's happening, like the whimsiness kind of dies down and it gets a lot more serious. It's a very good movie. It's,
Don't go too much into it.
no, I know that's not where I'm going. I'm just saying like the Hitler's Youth.
Yeah. Do you want to throw anything in there for Tim Burton that I missed?
Like I said, quintessential emo goth movies. Corpse Bride is one of my favorites. I love Sweeney Todd. It's one of the first movies that was a musical that I really got into and kind of opened that world up for me a little bit. Favorite of the older Batman movies are his. Basically anything direct that has Johnny Depp in it was directed by Tim Burton.
Basically.
Big
Outside of Pirates.
Yeah.
and his current work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or when he still had work.
But he's got like a dark,
Fucking Amber Heard.
pale style that like you can tell right away Tim Burton had his fingers in. Even with Nightmare Before
It's
Christmas.
basically Edgar Allan Poe if he was making movies.
Yeah.
Number 6, Aaron.
Oh, Bryan Singer. The OG X-Men films.
Yep.
Really did a good number for comic book movies in general, right before Spider-Man. What else? Usual Suspects.
Yep.
A couple other good films. Good fun actor. Again, my order's messed up. I probably have some that I've already said higher than him. But.
And he came in and did Days of Future Past
Yeah,
as well.
Days of Future Past.
Which was also great. I like those.
Which is one of my favorites out of the new ones. Or the newer ones.
Yeah.
Number 6, this is one that I know is going to be on all of our list. It's lower on my list. Just really got introduced to him last weekend. Miyazaki. Big movies for me that I knew I had.
The fuck did I do?
Howl's Moving
know.
Castle, Spirited Away, Porco Rosso, Kiki's Delivery Service, My Neighbor Totoro, Castle in the Sky. Those were the big ones that I had seen. Obviously, there are a lot that we didn't get to last weekend.
Black stretching out Tarantino.
Yeah, I'm surprised Miyazaki didn't make your list.
Fuck.
Made mine.
I
Definitely made mine.
was like trying to
Such a
higher place though.
so fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
These worlds that he created are so incredible. And as I said last week, if you haven't checked out our top 10 Studio Ghibli movies, I recommend that one to you. But like I said in those, I wish I had watched these earlier when I was younger, but I'm so happy that I've gotten into them now. And I'm sure he'll move up this ranking the more I watch of these movies. But Six
once
is
you
right
see the
there.
best of them.
I looked at like 10 different lists of directors, popular directors, top 100 directors on IMDb. Did not see his name once, and for some reason he did not pop into my head.
Yeah, I was like, that's because it was written by white Americans.
That's why I was trying to go with various websites, but
No, you're good.
Number.
he's got a
He didn't
beautiful
show.
style.
He didn't show up on any of my shit either.
Beautiful style, beautiful imagination.
Yeah. So number six for me is Guillermo del Toro. Pan's Labyrinth. I personally love the Hellboy movie.
Oh, I do. Both of them. Golden Army was good.
Golden
too.
Army wasn't bad. I like the first one a lot better than I like
Oh, yeah.
Golden Army.
Wasn't there a reboot?
They
There
did.
was one
Did he
with-
do that?
He did
No.
not do that.
I will say the reboot. It's not good, but it like for an action movie,
It's enjoyable.
it's enjoyable.
I've seen the first two.
It's one of those. Like the reboot is it's a action movie pure and simple. It's made to be bloody. It's gory. It's a lot of fighting in it.
Ron Perlman in it?
No, it was
No.
David S.
Yeah,
Harbour.
it was.
David Harbour.
But he did a very good job.
Did you say David S. David S. Pumpkins. Number 6, Zach.
I was like,
See, I would have put Del Toro on my list, but realistically, the only movie that I really love of his is probably Pacific Rim.
I also considered his direct. When I do this, I know there's mostly movie directors, but I also considered their TV show work or their video.
Well,
game.
I looked into that as well because I almost put Joss Whedon on my list just because of Buffy.
I was like because Guillermo has PT.
Mm-hmm.
Guillermo has Pacific Rim. Guillermo has Troll Hunters, which I don't know if you ever watched on Netflix. It's actually a lot of fun. I was like, that's really most of it.
But basically, for that director, Pacific Rim was a standout hit for me.
That
one of
movie's
the best
good.
movies of that year, and I really.
He should have done the second one.
Huh?
He didn't direct the second
No,
one.
he did not. That
He
was
should've.
something. Stephen Knight did that one. Glad I remembered that somehow. All right, so what number are we on?
Number 6, Zach.
6. Ridley Scott directed The Martian, Gladiator, and a whole bunch of really good movies. But The Martian's one of my number one favorite movies of all time.
Black Hawk Down. I didn't know that he did that.
Yeah.
Black Hawk Down's great.
Yeah, he's got a lot of good movies.
Yeah.
And TV show credits too. He's got that new series.
Oh yeah, Raised by Wolves.
I have not watched. I've heard good things though.
It's good. I think I got caught up with other shows while trying to watch that show, so I never finished the first season.
Yeah.
But the second season's coming
It
out
looked
right now.
and sounded interesting.
Yeah.
I will probably binge it one of these days.
Out of all his movies, I will hands down say watch them all. I think you read the book. No?
No.
I think I borrowed you the book at one point, but you might not have
Yeah, I
read
probably
it. But
get
the
around to it.
movie is phenomenal.
Which one?
The Martian's
Oh,
got Matt
yeah.
Damon in it.
Yeah, it does.
He also did.
Alien's the biggest
Alien.
thing I think. Ridley Scott. That's fine.
That for me for sure. But I like all.
Yeah.
Blade Runner.
Blade
Boring,
Runner's
but
good.
really good.
God, the director of the second Blade Runner almost made my list too. He was this guy who did Dune.
Oh, the new
version.
one?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, forgot he did that
Denise
sequel.
Dave Finelli, I think.
I
Something
don't
like
know.
that. Sounds
Villeneuve.
French.
I don't know.
Number 5, Aaron.
James Cameron. Like I said earlier, he made the best Aliens film.
Best Terminators.
He started the Terminator franchise. That's what got him into the business. He sold that script for $1 on the condition that he could direct it. And made a phenomenal film and then blew it out of the water with T2. And the series has sucked ever since.
I feel like Genesis is watchable and. Is that the one?
There's parts that are watchable.
Yeah.
I still go in and try, but nothing will match those first two.
I wish Salvation had done better.
Yeah, I wish that's yours. But he's a great director. I mean, he's done Avatar, which is severely overrated, but I think it's visually stunning, and that's what he's
For
going
the time
there.
It's still visually
And
stunning.
he's had what, Titanic, another overrated, but it's really good for what it is. Not really my style. True Lies, directed Arnold.
Yeah,
I
Arnold.
forgot about that.
So yeah, he's a really good director. I can't think of anything that's just sucked that he's done. Other than
He's popping on emails. That's upsetting to me.
what, are you gonna vote?
Well, I like those first two a lot. First
Oh,
two.
damn, I didn't know that.
Yeah, neither.
Who is it?
So I really don't like him.
Number 5 for me, Steven Spielberg.
He's done some good movies.
Might be a little bit low, but my top 4 are just, so good. Ready Player One, Jurassic Park, Hook, the first 3 Indiana Jones movies.
Jurassic Park.
I said Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
He did 4 too.
I don't know what you're talking about. There's a 4th Indiana Jones movie?
Yes, and he did do it, I'm pretty sure.
I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about. I don't think that's a thing.
You can live in denial with me all you want. But he ruined
E.T., Jaws, phenomenal director. A lot of... I know that he's not a part of it, but obviously he gets a say in like the score. Some of the best scores in movie history for these movies. Some of the most iconic of all time. So, number 5, Steven Spielberg. Steven Spielberg. Number 5's again.
He did direct Crystal Skull.
Number 5.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Tim Burton.
Timothy Burton.
Timothy Burton. For things such as Beetlejuice.
Mm-hmm.
I love Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, even though it was weird as fuck.
I hate that movie.
I know, most people do. I like the original is far, far better. But I enjoyed it for the weird bullshit it was. That's it.
Number 5.
So 5 is much lower than it's going to be on your list. I'm going to go with Quentin Tarantino. He's got a fabulous style of directing. Movies like Hateful Eight, Django Unchained, Reservoir Dogs, Pulp Fiction, all amazing movies. And if you're somebody who really gets into storytelling, this is a director that you want to get into and discover his films. Django Unchained would probably be the easiest one to start with. Kill Bill, that's a series that I still need to watch. I've owned both films, I just haven't had a chance to watch them yet.
I'm not even a huge Kill Bill fan, and that's offensive.
I love Kill Bill.
Yeah, I own them at least. I'm going to watch them.
Number 4.
Number 4, Steven Spielberg. Most of what you mentioned. We got Jurassic Park. We got Indiana Jones. We've got Schindler's List.
I did not know about Schindler's List.
Jaws.
That's cool.
Jaws, Saving Private Ryan.
The Adventures of Tintin.
E.T. Yeah, not a fan of his TV work, but so many good movies. Great director.
Yeah, fantastic.
Fantastic. But we've said enough.
Number 4 for
I'm
me.
going to say more.
This is the director that has the least amount of credits of movies that I enjoy, but I have to put on my list because the 2 movies that I love of his are probably both in my top 20 movies of all time, and that's David Fincher. The 2 biggest things for me, Fight Club and Seven, fantastic movies.
I'm going to hop on with you now just because you and I have Spielberg and Fincher swapped. So, Fincher's my number 3, but I'll just coattail on here.
Just fantastic. The Fight Club is probably a top 5 movie of all time
We
for
don't
me.
talk about it.
Sorry.
We're talking about it. And 7.
And then, yeah, Seven
Seven's
is so good.
Oh, I can't talk about the Batman.
I almost didn't have him on my list just because he had only done a couple movies, but the movies that he's done are so good.
Yeah.
They're so high rated for me that it bumped him over Spielberg for me.
Gavin, number 4.
Number 4 for me is Quentin Tarantino. I love Django Unchained and Inglourious Bastards. They're probably 2 of my favorite movies. They might also be because of Christopher Waltz. So I think I love him.
Oh yeah.
As an actor. I
The
love
only movie
his
I didn't-
characters, both Django and Inglourious Bastards.
Yeah.
He does the menacing really well, and I liked the kind of goofy. I like it was like the kind of goofier character he was in Django. Like he was serious, but he was also like it was a little bit more.
Yeah. Yeah, he's fantastic in that movie.
I think the only movie I didn't like Christoph Waltz in was Green Hornet.
He was in that. Oh, he was.
Yeah.
But Green Hornet was a great movie.
Green Hornet is a underrated movie for sure.
I liked it.
I like it.
I wouldn't call it a great movie, but it's underrated.
Number
good.
4, Zachary.
One of my favorite trilogies of all time. Lord of the Rings, directed by Peter Jackson. He just... That's one series that no one thought would be brought to film in the way it was by him. And I've been saying this a lot lately. He blew it out of the park. It was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Return of the King, other than the
I'm
fact...
surprised he's this low.
I know.
It's your favorite
I am
trilogy
too,
of all
actually.
Well, it's only because it's mainly out of his films, mainly just these three.
Yeah.
The other ones have
The
a
Hobbit.
longer list.
1, 2, and 3.
I know. For me, those are the prequel trilogy, just like Star Wars, and same with a few other series. But yeah.
He did a lot for bringing walking to cinema. Like no other
And
director has.
King Kong.
I forgot about King Kong. That was
Jack Black.
super long movie, but good.
So
Less walking.
They had a video
your
game
number
of
3,
it.
anything on David Fincher you want?
My number 3, David Fincher. No, again, it's really for 2 movies.
Yeah.
But they're so high on my favorite of all time list that he had to make this list very high. So that's all I got there.
My number 3, and this is going to be the one that I think Aaron's going to be mad isn't on this list. Ivan Reitman.
Oh, yeah.
Draft Day, which I've talked about in, we did our top 10 sports movies of all time. Go back and check that one out. That one's on a list somewhere. He also did Evolution.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Junior, one of my favorite horror movies of all time. Kindergarten Cop, one of my favorite horror movies of all time. Both of the first 2 Ghostbusters. Twins, one of my favorite horror movies of all time. Stripes and Meatballs. Fantastic director.
Yeah, he's good. I forgot all about him.
He just passed.
He
away
just
recently.
passed. How dare me? Great actor. Yeah, he should be on my list. Director, sorry. Hey, maybe he's acted too. I don't know.
Absolutely fantastic. I was looking through his list and I didn't want to put, I put these top 7 movies and I could have kept going. He's so fucking good. Number 3, Kevin.
God, yeah.
Spielberg.
Stefan Spielberg.
Stephen Spielberg. Good choice.
Jurassic Park, Indy, Jaws.
Great roster. He's probably got the most bangers out of anybody on my list.
I don't like Titanic either, but I'm not gonna deny that it's a very, very popular movie.
Different director.
Yeah.
Yeah, James Cameron did.
Have you not been listening?
Have you not?
We've been running through some movies today.
I know. It kind of blends together.
Yeah, it all kind of runs together.
Look.
He did Jaws.
Do you know what's in my mind right now? Okay, war is war, and war is hell, and hell never changes.
He did War of the Worlds.
He did do War of the Worlds.
Mostly just honestly, this
horrible movie.
He's up here this high, mostly for Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Yeah. That alone. Yeah, if that was his only movie, he'd probably be on my
He'd
list.
still probably be on my list. Ready Player One, also fantastic.
Oh,
Yeah, I was hoping no one would mention that one so I could mention that one.
Number 3, Zach.
Edgar Wright. He's done movies like Baby Driver, the Three Flavors Cornetto trilogy, that's World's End, Hot Fuzz, and Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah.
He
Scott
almost made my
Pilgrim.
list.
He almost made my list
Same.
too. He's actually up there.
Yeah, when I realized he did those, I was like, oh, hell
Did
yeah.
he? I don't know if he did meet Paul.
he
No.
didn't. I didn't see it on his list.
He almost directed Ant-Man, but that guy switched to a different director.
Who also almost made my list. The director did.
Phenomenal actor. If you haven't seen Last
Director.
Night, so thank you. Phenomenal director. If you haven't seen Last
Actor.
Night at Soho, I highly recommend it. It's a mind bender and it's awesome and beautifully directed.
He's so good. Baby Driver was it came so far out of left field, it's wild. Man.
That's one of those few movies that has like a gimmick that like you should 100% watch it with headphones in, because the way he works the audio design, it's meant for people, like kind of simulates having what's it called? Archer mentions it all the time, and tinnitus. Yeah, it kind of simulates what it is to have tinnitus.
I have
like
tinnitus.
constant ringing in your ear. Beautiful film.
I don't need a movie to experience
You don't
tinnitus.
Number 2, Aaron.
Hayao Miyazaki.
Yeah, rub in my face.
Yeah, he's a really good director, Zach. Maybe you should give his work a chance.
Wow. I thought you liked Princess Mononoke.
Yeah.
Go for it. It's fine. I'm not mad at all.
Anyways, Hayao Miyazaki, great film director. We've talked a lot about him this week. Some of my favorite films of all time: Princess Mononoke, Nausicaa, which we've discussed. And I was born that year.
Go back and check out that episode. Top 10 movie. Probably comes out I don't know.
It'll be somewhere.
It'll be somewhere in here.
Past, present, or future.
Yeah,
If you hit that bell, you get the notification.
But yeah, great director. His work is just so different, so beautiful. I wish he'd be around another 50 years making movies, but not the case. Nick?
Number 2 for me, Kevin Smith. Zack and Mary Make a Porno.
Yeah.
Clerks 1 and 2. Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. Dogma. Mallrats.
He would have almost been mine.
He's also is part of the MCU. I just throwing that out there as well. Stan Lee was reading a Mallrats script in Captain Marvel.
I forgot
It's
about
all connected.
It's all connected.
I didn't even think about Kevin Smith. I kind of upset about that.
Yeah, I forgot about him where he would have.
Welcome to the world.
But at least I didn't forget Miyazaki.
That's the big one.
I had to throw, obviously, a comedy director in here. And all of those movies I just named are so fucking good.
Yes.
And while I haven't really enjoyed his work lately, with like the Jay and Silent Bob reboot, I am excited for Clerks 3. I'm excited to see what happens with that. But just phenomenal.
My number 2 is for the Batman list. Let's go down here. Mel Brooks.
Ooh.
Has some of my favorite comedies. Young Frankenstein is one of my favorite movies.
Yeah.
Spaceballs is a classic. Fucking
Yeah.
Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Great comedy director.
I love Robin Hood Men in Tights. It's such a funny fucking film.
Yeah.
Blazing Saddles is good. Dated.
Yeah, very dated.
I've enjoyed all those movies. I hate the end of Blazing Saddles. I hate how it just falls apart, which I get is the joke, but I hated it. But Young Frankenstein, I think is his best work.
Spaceballs is probably my favorite Mel Brooks movie.
Yeah, same.
But Young Frankenstein.
But Young Frankenstein's
Yeah.
phenomenal.
I was like, I went and saw it when it was after. I feel bad for not being able to remember his name right now. The guy that plays Young Frankenstein.
Oh.
Gene Wilder.
When he passed, A.R. Regal put on Young Frankenstein one day, and I went and watched that by my fucking self. I was so excited. No one else was able to go or something. I invited her, but I was like, no, I can't today. I'm like, fine, going by myself. And I sat in there by myself, laughing loudly.
I watch a lot of movies by myself. Honestly, in theaters.
It's fair.
Yeah, it's fun.
Number 2.
God, we've gone over this director quite a few times. War of the Worlds, Minority Report, first 2 Jurassic Park movies, which alone those 2 movies make him my number 2. Saving Private Ryan, Schindler's List, Hook, Indiana Jones, all 4 of them.
The first 3.
Steven Spielberg, phenomenal director, blows it out of the park.
Great trilogy.
Great trilogies, and the start of another one.
I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about, bro.
He's just
so weird.
He's just so prevalent throughout our life.
You just haven't seen it yet. We'll introduce you.
No, I'm alright.
I actually do have a steelbook.
That's disgusting.
It's disgusting.
I have.
Is it shaped like a refrigerator?
No, it's back when they were doing it for DVD, so it's just the normal shape.
That's
like
a
a little
the
bit
box
bigger.
should have been the fridge. He had.
I also have the original steelbook for Iron Man, which is that art right there. Came out like right before.
Braggadocio.
I was like, I hate to do this to your denial. The Crystal Skull was my first Indiana Jones movie.
What movie are you talking
Crystal
about?
Skull was my first Indiana Jones movie in theaters.
And you went back and watched the others after being introduced to it that day?
I've only seen Raiders of the Lost Ark.
And Crystal Skull.
And Crystal Skull.
What are you guys talking about?
You'll find out next week, bookie.
Because I picked
Actually, I'm picking the new. I'm picking a new movie.
and I'm not picking some made up piece of crap.
Zach will.
All right, that'll be my next movie. In 4 weeks, we're watching The Crystal Skull.
All right.
You made me watch. You made me watch Cats. I'm making you watch
we're
Crystal
watching
Skull.
Cats and Airbender for the rest of our lives.
We
Every time
can't
I pick.
repeat movies.
Oh, absolutely, we
We
can.
never
You're
set
picking
that
the wrong
rule.
movie. Star Wars. The
Holiday special. True.
I know
And
what-
Super Mario Bros.
I know those 2 movies are eventually going to come, so I'm not fighting it.
But they'll come over
and over.
All right,
It's
number
not-
1, Quentin Tarantino.
Both of you?
Yeah. Great fucking director. There's not a movie he's made that I don't like at least a little. Pulp Fiction, Reservoir Dogs, Inglourious Bastards, Django Unchained, Kill Bills Volume 1 and 2.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Once Upon a Time.
The Hateful Eight. Jackie Brown.
I just love his over-the-top style, just how he does things, how he frames it. He's just great.
It's always made me laugh because, as I've said in this episode, I like lighthearted movies. That's what I enjoy in life. And for as long as I can remember, Quentin Tarantino has been my favorite director, and he does not make lighthearted movies.
Are intense and visceral.
But Zach said it when he brought him up. It's his storytelling that I just find so incredible, and it just draws me in. The way that Pulp Fiction is laid out,
such a good movie,
is amazing. And I know a lot of people, like your wife, didn't like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I was so riveted by that movie, the whole movie.
That's the last time I thought a movie was really long, though, and still liked it.
And then we said the other ones, Django, Inglourious. He also did things for the Death Proof and Grindhouse. And,
He's currently trying to get his Star Trek movie going, which won't be the 4th Star Trek movie in the Kelvin timeline, but more of an R-rated horror, maybe?
Yeah,
Star Trek
I'm
movie?
down for whatever he would come up
Oh,
with.
yeah.
Super intriguing.
Yeah.
I was like, they should be able to do, like, the Borg were terrifying.
Oh, yeah.
Could do a really nice
Yeah, you could
Borg.
do that.
Could do a really nice horror.
But it would have,
Borg.
his condition is he has to be able to make it rated R. If I
Tim
remember
Burton
right.
could do a good Borg.
Oh.
Number 1, Gavin.
Hayao Miyazaki.
Yeah, good choice.
Spirited Away is one of my favorite movies of all time.
Is that where did Hayao rank for you?
Had I remembered him, he probably would have been 4. Knocking everyone down one notch and taking James Cameron off.
All right.
James Cameron does.
What James Cameron does.
I love Miyazaki films. They are fun. If I'm having a bad day, I know I can throw one on and be feeling a lot better by the end of it. Well, within reason, I'm not going to throw on Grave of the Fireflies, which is not Miyazaki.
No,
So
not
Unless
Miyazaki.
you're lucky and part of a military family.
You're lucky you're part of a military.
I
Yeah.
know why he didn't make my
That's
list.
what, Takashi?
My Neighbor
the director
Totoro.
did?
You shut your fucking mouth.
but yeah, I
What?
think
Totoro?
Miyazaki
I
is.
said that's why he didn't make my list. My neighbor Totoro.
That is his worst film. It's not, but...
I don't think it's his worst film.
No, it's not.
All right,
Got
Zach.
Fangio for that.
You finish us out. Number 1, best director of all time. This is coming from the actual film reviewer here.
Ooh, jeez.
No
Now you're
pressure.
making me feel self-conscious.
Check out his reviews at Film Beast on TikTok.
This will
There are more reactions on TikTok.
this will tell you how reliable his opinion is.
He didn't even put Miyazaki
He
in his
missed
top 10.
Miyazaki.
I want to know who you think I put down.
Oh, no, did you? Well, no, we already had that.
Have you had Abrams yet?
No.
He's not a good director.
Abrams isn't bad,
He's alright.
but I don't think he's Zach's number 1.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think he's a good enough director to take that number 1 spot. George, did you say George Lucas
It's
yet?
already. Oh,
That's also a fucking lie.
yeah.
See, that was my bait and switch right there.
That's a huge lie.
Yeah. Look, I love Star Wars movies. He's not a good director.
But he's only directed
4.
4, and 3 of them weren't that great.
I know, that's the point.
Tom
Hooper.
Oh, God, no. How did you know? Alright. In the effort to not make this another hour long, Christopher Nolan. There's not a movie that
yeah.
Christopher Nolan's done, even outside the Dark Knight trilogy, that I do not like. Dunkirk, Tenet, which was almost my movie bookie for this week. I think he did The Machinist. I could be wrong on that one. But yeah, great director. He usually works with a lot of the same actors over and over again, or actresses. But all his storytelling is one of the few directors that I feel like rivals Quentin Tarantino's. It's just everything he does, he tries to do an original idea, and just beautiful. think I had it pulled up, but no, I'm still at Spielberg.
The Prestige, Interstellar,
Great movie right there.
Oppenheimer.
Yeah, that's the one he's currently working on. Is Oppenheimer. They're currently filming this movie.
Oh, and Memento. Memento's a good movie.
You want to talk about an overhyped movie? Inception.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It is overrated. I mean, it's still fun, but
still
it is.
a great movie.
It's just overrated. It's not the cinematic
Dunkirk.
masterpiece that some people made it up to
I'd
see.
say it's a good movie.
Oh, he produced Justice League. That's right. No, he did not direct it.
Gross.
He was. They just put his name
You're
on there
not
because of Man of Steel.
He's sounding worse by the second.
I clicked director, damn it. Not producer.
Well, he's looking this up. If you made it this far in the episode, hopefully you enjoyed something. Let us know down in the comments who your favorite directors of all time. Let us know if we forgot somebody big. I probably didn't, because I had a list of at one point of 74 directors that I was trying to narrow down to 10, and I just had to make the cuts that I had to make. But let us know which ones we missed. As always, like I said at the beginning, like, comment, and subscribe if you're new here. And we got anything else?
I kind of wanted to add J.J. Abrams. Mostly because of Star Trek, the first two Star Trek movies.
Super 8.
Yeah,
was a great movie.
Super 8 was a weird movie, but I like that.
And 7 and 9 of Star Wars.
I think he also did Cloverfield.
Oh, okay. I like Cloverfield.
Yeah.
Oh, didn't know he did that.
I don't really count the Star Wars movies as much because of Disney's interference with the overall layout of the trilogy. But
Yeah,
he did a great job with what he was working with.
yeah. I don't think they're like I enjoy them. I just don't think they're like fucking like. Oh yeah.
Ivner
Give me more.
Kirshner, who directed Empire Strikes Back. The only movie I really know is Empire Strikes Back from. And George Lucas, like I was trying to get you guys to guess, was my number one.
That
realistically, he did 4.
He also did
American Graffiti.
American Graffiti.
He
had
produced
good movies.
He produced a lot of movies like Indiana Jones.
Yeah, but we're directing.
THX 1138.
That was his first film school movie, and he redid it later on as a full feature-length movie. He also did Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, and Revenge of the Sith.
Mm-hmm.
And wrote treatments for 7, 8, and 9, but those got tossed.
Okay.
What's up? Let us know who you think had the best list down in the comments. And as always, it is time to
Split!